first up on the line is Toast. What do you have for us?
Out of all the, you guys were always complaining about this season kind of sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
you're making me pick out probably the one of the best isekais of this season first, because
Yeah,
it sucks to be.
Toast was actually we were talking about like what series to review and stuff like that. What series people want to watch. And Toast actually had one of these like where kind of bouts of oh, most of these isekais are just garbage, which he doesn't really usually say. Like he'll find a good spat of isekais usually every season. But this season was even too much for Toast. So
Yeah, I've
um
watched episodes ones of basically everything, and they're kind of bad. So,
yeah,
Shocking.
yeah. But yeah,
'cause I
this
was like,
one he is covering.
but yeah. So and then but I mean, this is the one. This is obviously one of the ones that I said, hey, I like this one straight off the bat, and guess what? I was right because I usually am right. My taste.
Mhm.
And due to the other ones that that I'm talking about, like
Mhm.
this is I didn't want to do this, but it's sort of the sacrificial lamb thing because
Mhm.
there's other stuff that I want to cover, but like later on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I guess this since I know this one's good, even though there's only what 2 episodes out, I could probably talk about it early.
Okay.
And the one I'm covering is Shinmai
You want me to?
Ossan Boukensha. Hell yeah.
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 So, 신마이おっさん冒険者。最強パーティーに死ぬほど鍛えられて無敵になる。Or the Ossan Newbie adventurer, trained to death by the most powerful party, becomes invincible. So this is a, I think, original Naroke Shosetsuka Naro web novel, then became a light novel, got a manga adaptation, and now it has an anime adaptation now, currently airing produced, I think, mainly by Yumeta Company, I believe, right? So.
Yeah. And fun fact,
Mhm.
it's pretty obvious, but the if you read the manga, this uses the manga's art instead of the light novel art, so that's a
Oh, okay.
plus.
Okay.
What has Yumeta Company done? Tokyo Mew Mew, Love Love, hell yeah, Love
They've
Love,
done a
hell
lot
yeah.
of like they've done a lot of I want to say other kind of like throwaway series before, like yeah, like Q again, I guess you could say the new like Tokyo Mew Mew kind of stuff.
Cannon Busters,
Um
I don't even remember
oh,
that.
Renai Bokun, I think, right? Or
No, I don't think so.
no, that's not it. It
That's a
was
different one.
Akun to Kanojo. Yeah, that's a different one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they did Tamayura? Oh, they did Tamayura. What the fuck?
Hey
Um,
man, are you just saying Tamayura? Wait, what? They did?
oh
I don't
wait,
see
no, they
Tamayura on
did the
here.
other 2
Oh,
seasons. They did, like, the worst seasons of Tamayura, and they did the worst season of, Yuru Yuri, I believe. They did
I
season 3 of
don't
Yuru
think
Yuri.
that's Yumeta Company. I don't see that on the list. Uh,
Uh,
I see Akinda Kanajo, Tokyo Mimio, Cannon Busters, Kue, Kitsune no Koi. I don't I don't know. Are you looking on
yeah. I'm
whatever?
looking on Wikipedia for this one. But yeah. They might
Oh,
have
sure, maybe.
yeah.
They changed names and sure.
Yeah. But yeah, they've
Anyway,
done a couple of, like, sequels and, like, smaller stuff overall.
stuff. Anyway, so story is there's this dude named Rick Gladiator,
Yes.
and he's 32, which is apparently Osan age,
Mhm.
and he's taking his F rank test to become an adventurer.
Mhm.
And the whole thing is that if you want to become an adventurer, you better do it while you're young, so you can train your magic. Because the older you are, the harder it is to train your magic level, whatnot.
How? What? How?
Because when you're young, it's like drinking milk. Near you gotta drink milk when you're
Like
younger, or
learning a
else your bones
language, you
don't
know?
grow good. Physical growth here, you have to eat good when you're young, or else you'll become a sickly old man when you're 30.
Uh-huh.
Just like people nowadays.
Mhm.
But yeah, so but he's he used to be a guild receptionist since he was 18. So, or when he was 18, so 14 years later, when he's 32, he decided, hey, I'll become an adventurer and study and take the F rank test. But don't worry, because for 2 years, after when he was 30, he was trained by the strongest S rank adventurers in the world guild party, the Orichalcum Fist, whatnot. So you know how it goes. He's he's an old man, but he was trained by the strongest party, so there's no way he's a regular old man and whatnot. And that's how the story's going so far. Right now, he's a current episode one was the introduction. He's taking his aptitude tests,
Mhm.
and you know, one of the tests was here, punch this green slime punching bed, and we'll measure your strength that way.
Mhm.
But Rick was training against a golden slime punching bag. So, he easily destroyed it. It's kind of like the One Punch Man aptitude test thing. You saw that. Whatever.
Yes,
He,
yes,
he
yes.
exceeds in the physical stuff, and everyone's like, hey, why is this F rank taking this test? And why is he able to like withstand all my magic? Is this a joke and whatnot? That kind of thing. All you
Mhm.
got to know is he's strong, but he doesn't have the confidence yet because he's an old man. So he's fighting an uphill battle. And then the second episode is uh, he's just about to take his final exam. So two episodes of exam taking, pretty much.
Okay. So is this? I mean, you've read the like
Yeah, I
web
read
novel slash like.
I read the manga because the manga's
Oh, okay, okay. So
because
this is
yeah,
just mini arcs, right? Or not mini arcs. This is it's like actually just regular arcs, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Um. Okay,
And
okay, okay.
so whatever.
So what
So the
happens after he goes through like he? This is not an academy setting, right? This is like he
no,
takes the test and then he actually goes adventuring. So in more like general terms, after he finishes the exam, does he just is it just adventures and like defeating demon lord and stuff like that, or what?
well, I mean, a little spoiler. After the adventure exam, he's it's because he gets formally invited to to join his S rank mentors party, and then they go
Hmm.
adventuring and whatnot. And and they do stuff. I won't spoil what they do, but it's pretty fun and whatnot. So what else? That's literally the whole premise of the series. I guess he's only not. There's not a lot to go on so far. You'd have to wait till another episode, episode three, which is probably going to explain his backstory and whatnot, or maybe not. The way it's
Hmm.
going, it might be episode 4 or 5 before they start going into Rick's backstory and why he wants to become an adventurer and whatnot. But yeah, what else is there to
Okay.
talk about? I guess the story premise is, I guess, why I like this series. It's a very similar premise to uh, an old manga called History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi. If
Oh,
you know of
okay.
that, you guys know what that is? No,
Yes.
yes, no. Aspire.
I know of it. I have not actually read it yet.
I like that back in the. It's this thing where this dude he gets saved by a chick, and then he's like, I want to become strong. Teach me how to become
Hmm.
strong. And then he gets trained by the members of Ryozanpaku, who are these elite martial artists around the world. And then they
Hmm.
because Kenichi's starting late, he's a late bloomer. so they have to how do I give him like hellish training in order to you know rapidly build up his fighting prowess, and that's basically
Right,
how
right, right.
the members of Orichalcum Fist trained Rick, because he only trained for 2 years, so they gave him some outlandish training, like, oh, I gotta fight the. You can't leave this den until you fight this dragon, or you gotta until you kill this dragon, or you gotta stay underwater in this toxic swamp
Mhm.
until you can withstand it or whatever. That kind of training. So basically the
Mhm.
same if same the way they train Kenichi. Like there was that weird hamster machine where that one dude kept you know kept shocking him with electric prods to stimulate his muscles and whatnot. Super outlandish training that normal
Right, right,
people
right.
couldn't handle. That's how they trained Rick.
Mhm.
That's how became so strong and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the one of the standard kind of lines to kind of set up this sort of isekai story or this more like power fantasy story. Um, uh, where is this? This is 12 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So
this is a more this isn't really a soul life thing, right? Because they're gonna have constantly. I haven't read the story yet, but it's like because they're gonna have constant like opponents just popping up and him like going out there to like beat up somebody in a nation or like some dragon in somewhere or like that's gotta be a constant thing,
yeah,
right?
this is
So
slow life. It's I want to
it is?
say no, it's not slow life. It's I want to say half comedic, half battle manga, that kind of
Mhm.
thing. It's very old school kind of feel in an
Oh, okay,
isekai
okay,
setting.
okay, okay. So how's that so in terms of like a 12 episode season, right? Is that just gonna be like, they're gonna go through this training arc, they're gonna go through one, boss, and then they're gonna go do a final boss or a second boss for the climax, and then that's
I
probably
will
gonna just
say
end it
that
there?
12 episodes isn't enough, but they're looking for but when's after this after he gets his promotional exam F rank and he joins the S rank party, they're going to look for some things. So the major arcs is they're going to be looking for some things, and
Mm,
there's many
okay, okay,
arcs.
okay.
There's a bunch of these things. So I want to say, and the manga is pretty extensive. So by episode 12, they're only going to find like a couple of these, like maybe one at most two of these things, but I think at least
Mhm.
one. So they're probably going to hype up several seasons of this if they can. I hope they do because
Okay,
I like
okay.
this. Because, like I said, this gives me History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi vibes, and I really like that manga. So
Mhm.
it's lots of shonen fighting. That's what this is, and
Okay.
the gag humor the humor comes with like people reacting to him. I want to say, uh, there's one girl, this one knight he meets who's like this. Oh, I'm a B rank knight, and how dare you you what is it? My little brother, he was supposed to be the star prodigy of the F rank test, but you came in and blew it all away. So now I have to teach you a lesson, and he defeats her quite soundly in an amusing manner. So she's basically her and Rick are the Tsukomi of the trio because you know she's normal compared to everyone else, and like she has the most normal reactions out of everyone else, and she appears multiple times. So she's the reoccurring character that tries to react to these outlandish situations. And Rick himself, he has no confidence because he's like, oh, I'm an old man. Like even though I want to become an adventurer, like all these people are younger than me. They're like B rank and A rank, and how how can I compete against them? But why not? The humor is that he's an old man, he's this strong, but he doesn't have any confidence. But he has some confidence because he's like, all right, I was trained by my senpais who were S rank, so I gotta have some confidence that I won't lose, and
Mhm.
that's what makes him appealing. Because
Yeah.
he's not a total wuss, but you know, he's honest, very very honest. So he wants to make them
Yeah.
proud, that kind of thing. Even though he's
But he
not
still
that
has, like,
confident in
kinda
himself.
it's kind of like, again, the One Punch Man, a similar situation kinda thing. Yeah, but he still has, like, that strength, so
One Punch Man in maybe like the humor in how he finishes his fights, but not really in his personality because Saitama
mm.
knows he's the strongest. So, but Rick doesn't.
Okay,
So he's like, and Rick's not the strongest, obviously, but he's strong. He's stronger than most people. But yeah.
okay.
What else? Overall, I like the series quite a bit. So,
Mhm.
like I said, I'm reading it. I like it. It might be a slow start for some, but hey, just like Rick, maybe give it till episode 3 or 4. I want to
Okay.
say episode 3. Three is when it's the usual 3 rule, but 3 is when it gets good because it shows Rick doing stuff and whatnot. What else?
Okay.
Yeah, overall very good. I mean, I like this a lot. I'm going to give it a high 8 out of 10.
8
Probably
out
the
of 10?
probably the better isekais of this one because but it has charm. It's
Okay.
got
I
fun
actually
characters.
expected I'm surprised that you didn't give it a higher score, to be honest, because you're like, anything that passes, like, the okay, like, "Oh, like, I appreciate it," kinda sometimes ends up getting a 9 from you, and then I'm just like, "What is going on?" But I guess the 8 is pretty fair score, to be honest, for
Nine.
yourself.
I'm saving my nines for later in the season. Don't worry.
Alright.
But yeah, fun fact. This
Mhm.
opening is the best opening this season. Sorry, Dark.
Well,
What
hey
what is
man,
the
you can
opening?
take, you can have it. The opening's
The,
amazing.
the opening is Koya ni Sake yo Boukensha Tachi by Akira Kushida.
Nice.
Do you not? Do you guys know who Akira Kushida is?
No.
What? Spire, how dare you?
One of the big things, I mean, where I know him from is he is the power to terror fucking
Oh,
He's
I've seen this
O's
person.
combo theme.
Oh,
this
yeah, yeah,
guy's
yeah, yeah, I've seen this person. No, no, no. Yeah, okay.
this guy is one of
Yeah,
the OGs of shonen
yeah. I just don't
openings
remember
ever.
his name. It's just that but I've seen his face before. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Uh,
okay, 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 okay.
he wrote the Toriko opening. He
Yeah,
the opening for Godannar. He's the O's
yeah.
driver in Kamen Rider
He's
O's.
saying a lot of like Kinnikuman Man stuff too. Yeah,
Ikiniko Man. He's in was it? What's the one? Was it? Uh, he sang a lot. I'll just say he sang a lot of Super Sentai openings. Space
hmm
Space Sheriff Gavan, uh, Hurricaneger, Abba Ranger, Magi Ranger, Bokenger, Go
hmm
Onger, Geki Ranger. Basically, he's the man to go to when it comes to tokusatsu stuff. Go Sager, Tokuger.
Yeah. I've seen his face before. It's just that
This guy's
I don't
primo.
remember his name. Yeah.
Also, the Ultra Instinct theme. That's him.
hmm
Not the what the one note one, but the one with lyrics. Kyukoku no
hmm
Battle. That's him, Akira Kushida. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice, 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 nice,
best
nice.
opening by far. Yeah. What else? I mean, what else to say? I like the series a lot. Very old school anime. The who wrote this again? The writer himself. It was like Kiraku Kushima. Kiraku Kishima. He writes a lot of Osan material.
Oh, like, I mean, that's becoming also somewhat popular. Not popular, but it's like it's
Because
a
we're all
become a
getting
very standard
fucking
line.
old.
Well, that also because it's like a lot of the authors have um kind again, it's kind of projection, right? Or like or it's not projection, excuse me, inserts, right? So it's like since a lot of these authors are just like again, these like 30-year-old men who are not um going out there in nightclubs and having fun all the time, right? Those are not the same as the web novel authors that we know. So a lot of them kind of just write like, oh, these like Osan kind of 30s characters are suddenly going into isekais and having a great time, and it's that sort of thing. So
I mean, the other one I should mention is the 40-year-old series. What is it called? Uh, the strongest heroes now in their 40s once again become warriors on the battlefield. So, wow, there's
no,
even
yeah,
older Osans. Also, what was
yeah.
it? That wife one? Uh, Become a wife or die. Women of defeated countries. That's also, I believe, that's also about 30-year-old women. Whatever. So, hey, man.
What are you talking about, dude?
I, so, like, what is it? What's the famous quote? The age of 30 is in demand. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyways, any last words?
Good series. Check it out. And
All right.
if the anime is too slow or doesn't cover enough, read the manga because, like I said, the manga they use the same illustration, the same art style as the manga. So check out the manga.
Okay.
Also check out Kenichi.
Uh,
That's an old relic. It's pretty good. I recommend that too.
yeah. Check out Ganesh.
Should give it a score?
Yeah,
Yeah,
8 out of
eight.
Yeah,
10.
8 out of 10.
solid 8.
Okay.
7 being my average, so this is one step above.
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Toast. Again, that
I
was uh yeah.
I just want to
Uh
say,
yeah.
Osan adventures are high in demand later on.
All right.
What
Well,
is it?
again,
My daughter S rank, pretty good.
yeah.
What else?
Okay.
But yeah,
Anyways, Shinmai Ossan Boukensha, Saikyou partyに死ぬほど鍛えられて無敵になる. The Ossan newbie adventurer trained to death by the most powerful party becomes invincible, or became invincible rather. This is by Yumeta Company, also known as I think TYO Animations before. They did a bunch of like smaller stuff back in the days. And now they've animated this isekai originally, not okay. Again, has light novel manga adaptation. So check it out if you are interested.